Hey, on the channel, we got a fun one as we got the NECA Ultimate Vincent Price.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got a special one as we got Vincent Price, the Ultimate Edition Vincent Price, finally here at the table today. But of course, for all your Vincent Price needs, hit up jaystoysandgames.com, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there, but me, I found this one at Target. So currently hitting Target stores apparently is Vincent Price. And very cool, we've got a lot of great Universal Monster figures, of course, over the last couple of years from NECA. Now they're branching off, still doing those, but they're also giving us some of the English horror greats. Of course, Christopher Lee, we already unboxed on the channel. Van Helsing himself, of course, coming in the future. Can't wait to see Peter Cushing in the Ultimate line. But here's old Vincent Price, a guy that transcends time and space. How about? Most probably know him as, of course, from the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Really makes me want to get a Flim Flam Ultimate Edition, and I'd take a Scrappy in that as well. Maybe a Scooby, Scrappy, Flim Flam 3-pack would be pretty cool to go with this Vincent Price. We could dream for sure. But of course, most known for the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo and other roles over the years. I'm sure he had a few other roles. I don't know any of them. Maybe I do. But Vincent Price, a horror legend, voice legend. Of course, a lot of people know him from Michael Jackson's Thriller. I think that's where a whole generation really caught on board with him, outside of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo once again. But many a classic movies over the years with Vincent Price, and a very exciting figure. We saw this at San Diego Comic-Con, a 2-in-1 figure in a lot of ways, and we're going to dive into it here in this video. And of course, this video, we're going to do it like we do all the other videos on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. A very elegant style packaging on this one too, with a young Vincent Price there. Got the autograph on the front, looking very good. Ultimate action figure on the side. Same thing over here. NECA, Vincent Price on the top. Jibber and Jabber over here. And then on the back, there's a few different looks of him right here. He's ready to do all kinds of stuff. He's going to do some Edgar Allan Poe movies. You never know what he might be up to. And then, of course, typical NECA Ultimate fashion. You got the glamour shot on the inside. You got the window showing everything that's in there. A lot of accessories with Vincent Price, of course. Love this chair. Too bad we don't get the chair with him. That would have been very cool to see. Unfortunately, not in the cards. Not in the cards with old Vincent Price. Vinny, as he's known in some circles as well. Oh my gosh, watch out. We got the black cat with him. I missed that. That'd be great for people having that. Look, we got cigarettes with him. We got all kinds of stuff. We got the Raven. We got some candles, some heads. A lot going on with Vincent Price, but I'm going to take this offline. Get him out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Ultimate Vincent Price. All right, we got the Vincent Price Ultimate Edition out of the package. Let's start it off. Let's start with the accessories per the norm here. We got the splayed out Vincent Price hands out of the package. Then we get a couple of gripping hands. So we get two different gripping hands, right gripping hands there. Two different left gripping hands here. Grip it and rip it, I guess, if you're Vincent Price. Then finally you get kind of a pinching hand. So I guess this might be for one of his cigarettes, the candle. We'll get into it. We'll get into it with the glamour shots as we always do. But we get a decent amount of hands with him here. Now, we do get an extra forearm. That's interesting. So it comes off at the joint. It is suited, and at first, like, why would he come with this? Well, then I looked. We do get the Raven, of course. Edgar Allan Poe's Raven. You probably had to read it in 8th grade like I did. But it does got little connectors there, and you connect it onto his arm, so you can have this displayed with him on there. I might do that, and he might go one-on-one with Spirit over in G.I. Joe. It's going to be the Eagle versus the Raven. Who's going to win? My money's on the Eagle. There it is. But you can do that. Very cool to get a Raven here. Brings it back to one of his more popular movies, of course. So you get a Black Raven, and the Black Raven, very nice. You can use it with other toy lines if you want to, for whatever reason. So you do get that. And keep it in the animal variety. Who needs a black cat? Maybe you got a black cat at home, I got a nice little black cat going on here. Another popular movie from Vincent Price back in the day. So bringing it all back to everything with some of these accessories. Always nice to get a little kitty over there. Looking good. How about a little candle, of course, as I throw it off the table? Are you kidding me? What are we doing? What are we doing? Kyle, be professional. Whip that hair back and forth. But there it is. I've got a little candle. Just a straight up candle. You could use this with whatever you wanted to with other toy lines as well. Got the little flame on the top. He's looking through a spooky old castle walking around. But you do got a candle for him there. And then he's really doing all them English stereotypes over there with a little tea. Yes, a little teacup right here. You got the little saucer plate there, so you can have some tea, sip on it if you want to. Never a tea guy. I'm just not a tea guy. Doesn't do anything for me, but I hear over there in jolly old England, they love a cup of tea. So we got the tea there once again. Now we even get a cookbook. So we're really getting all the accessories right here. Cooking price-wise. So you get old Vincent Price's cooking book. You can have him on a show. He's just like a young Julia Child. That's what he is. And that's a dated reference even for me. We do get a cookbook with him. And then we get his record collection. Old Vincent Price rocking out to some of the most satanic beats of all time. Or maybe not, but it does have Witchcraft and Magic. Vincent Price right there on the top. Of course, a Renaissance man if there ever was one. Voiceover work all over the place. I mentioned it earlier. He did the voiceover work for Thriller. So a very famous voice, very famous actor. Really a Renaissance man. He's dealing with ravens, dealing with cats, dealing with candles, dealing with extra hands, records, cookbooks. The guy gets around. The guy gets around. He also had a bad cigarette habit. So he's got 4 loose cigarettes here. Not sure exactly why you need 4 cigarettes with him. And honestly, I'm actually shocked NECA would give us cigarettes at all. We have got it with the Gremlins in the past as well. But obviously in this day and age, cigarette smoking isn't as common as it once was. I think that's fair. I've actually never even tried a cigarette once in my life. Dare keep a kid off drugs. It worked for me. It could work for you as well. But as a little kid, they go, oh, don't smoke, don't smoke. And I never even tried a cigarette. Doesn't interest me. Spend your money on your action figures, not your cigarettes. That's my pro tip here today. But we get 4 loose cigarettes, just so easily lost. I'm a second away from disaster. I just dropped these. They go in the carpet, never to be seen again. So be careful with your cigarettes. I wouldn't recommend them, but I feel like if they gave us just 1 cigarette, that would have been enough. But for some reason, we got 4, so he could have 2 in each hand, and he could be doing some of that kind of stuff, maybe. I don't know what he's up to. It's a wild time. But now we do get an add-on feature I've never seen before in any NECA figure. It is a bow tie or a tie with a white shirt. So you basically just slip this, take the head off, slip this over the red one there, and you can have different looks of Vincent Price throughout the years. So very cool, and if you're a hardcore Vincent Price fan, you need 4 of this figures. You need 1 on card, 1 representing each head is what you're going to need there. But we do got, speaking of heads, we get a dead head. We get a skull right here. So he's going to talk to the skull, do a real dramatic monologue to that skull. But we do get a skull, and I love that they got the articulated jaw on this one. Also a peg hole, so I guess we could have dead, rotting corpse of Vincent Price if we wanted to. Is that what NECA's trying to do? Maybe they are, but looking very good. I love the skull. One of those great accessories you use in a lot of different ways, but very, very nice, very cool, very on brand for Vincent Price. But now, all these accessories out of the way, we're going to dive into the man, the myth, the legend, the Vincent Price. So right off the bat, we got, I guess this is middle years Vincent Price is what that is to me. Yes, it is. So it's middle years. And I would say the most famous years of Vincent Price. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is kind of what I really do think of most of the time with Vincent Price. But he does got some Todd McFarlane side-eye. Todd, was this made at one of your factories? It was. Okay, well, that explains it. He's got the side-eye going on over here, and he's got a little bit of raised eyebrows. Got that beautiful mustache going on there. And then, of course, that Vincent Price hair. All day long, somebody hands me this head. I know who this is. I know it's Vincent Price. Looking very, very nice. The price is right for sure on Vincent Price there. But now we're going to go back in time. We're going to go to younger Vincent Price. Not terribly younger, but a very surprised Vincent Price. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? He's got the eyebrows up, the eyes kind of open. Got the mustache again, got the same hairdo going on. Once again, I know this is Vincent Price all day long. And then the third and final head, oh my gosh, it's the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo edition of Vincent Price. You know that's the money head. They had to put that one in there. Looking very good. Old man Vincent Price with the gray hair. I got the gray mustache as well. More subdued in the eyebrows. And I hear when you're an older guy, your eyebrows get a little bit more subdued. Mine always jumping up and down, dancing all over my face. But when you get old, they just kind of stay in place. And they get kind of crotchety and angry. And that's kind of what he has right here. He's got a little bit of a smirk right there because, of course, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo just reinvented his career. Even though I heard he didn't get along very well with Flim Flam. But it is quite the show, of course. And that's, like I always say, that was the first time I ever heard of Vincent Price, ever knew who he was from the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Check it out if you've never seen it. But that's the heads on him. Now, we talked about the different bow ties and ties on him. I guess he's got more of an ascot over here. Is that what it's called? Or a little bit of a kind of a scarf in there. But looking definitely interesting. Got a little pocket square going on, a little hanky there. He's got that ready to go. And then he's just a well-dressed man, like a young Billy Gibbons. He is very sharply dressed right here. He's got the suit going on. Suit jacket there, of course, white undershirt. Just basically a guy in a suit. So you could pop this head off and really could use this as almost as anybody. It really does feel kind of like some reuse from some of those NECA bodies we've received over the years. They've had a lot of suited different bodies and things. So getting the most out of your molds, I can see some reuse between all that. I got the kind of zombie-like hands on him out of the package. We went through all those hands, but very interesting kind of splayed out hands here for old Vincent Price. Like he's going to haunt your dreams or something. Who knows what he's up to. Got the nice black shoes down here. Just a sharp-dressed man, once again, is what it looks like here. Now his arm's going to go all the way around for us. Single jointed elbow, side to side, hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, side to side, removable. A lot of movement in that head, I will say. And what do we got going on here? It's weird, that middle section kind of... Okay, I see what's going on, I think. Yeah, this can be removed. So you remove this whole thing. So I thought this slipped over the top. It does not. That is removable once you pop that head off. So a little bit more trickery in that one, I will say. Waist articulation. Big old Vinny splits right there. Leg does go up. Single jointed knee. Side to side, back and forth. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. The usual NECA ultimate articulation for the most part. And does he fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Look at that. Vincent Price looking as elegant as ever. Just a fabulous, fabulous figure. Been excited for the first time I saw this one. I think it was San Diego Comic-Con. Same thing with, of course, the Peter Cushing Van Helsing figure. Very excited to get some of these in my collection in the future. And we did talk about it earlier. Of course, one Christopher Lee, a fabulous figure. One of the best NECA figures of the year. No doubt about it. Looking very good is one Christopher Lee. So really getting the holy trinity once we get Peter Cushing here of horror of the 60s, 70s, I guess maybe even a little bit of 50s, and even into the 80s. Why not? Why not? With Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, and Christopher Lee. Some fabulous figures right here. And of course, got to bring Scooby-Doo in as well. Got to have Scooby-Doo with Vincent Price. Of course, 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, his most famous role, as we do know. Very, very fun, very cool. Love this Vincent Price. A must-have in my collection. Possibly your collection. I guess the only way to find out is you guys let me know. Is this a must-have in your toy collection? Do you need Vincent Price? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Hit the old notification bell, as I always do say. Check out the Patreon channel for early access to all the videos from both YouTube channels. Appreciate the support over there. ProWrestlingTees.com. My book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and now on Kindle. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And don't forget, newly on TikTok. So for the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo and Vincent Price too, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.